Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Imam Sahib is saying that these days we are hearing the dars of Hadith, and it should be remembered that there are many compilations of Hadith which are well known and people know about them, and that different people have collated different collections, different selected different Hadith and put them into a particular collection and a particular book. And in Urdu as well, there are certain books which contain special collections of traditions. Imam Sahib is saying that he is going to select some traditions from these books. Imam Sahib is saying in the life of a believer, there should not be a single day in which he does not try to continue to walk on the journey towards more and more goodness and piety, and this should continue every single day in one's life. And in this regard, there is a tradition which is very comprehensive, with which Imam Sahib begins this hadith, this dars. The first tradition, a person came to the Holy Prophet ﷺ and said, "O Prophet of Allah, tell me a secret or a way in which I could gain entrance to heaven." Imam Sahib is saying that one should wonder why companions asked a question like that. This is the reason for this was that the companions used to they were constantly in search for becoming better and better, and just as it says in the Holy Quran, "Fastabiqul khairat," that always vie with each other in doing good deeds. So this feeling of competing with each other in doing good deeds, this was their aim, and this should be our aim as well. So this question was asked of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and he desired that he should be told of a method or a way which would lead one to heaven. And Imam Sahib is saying this is something that is all one always desires, that one should go to heaven. And Imam Sahib is saying, if this question is asked of someone, that what is the way of going to heaven, this is what the Holy Prophet ﷺ responded, and such a complete answer the Holy Prophet ﷺ gave. He said that there are many methods, but this easiest way and the straightest way is to worship Allah and to not associate anyone as partners with Allah. And then the second thing is to establish the salat. You should offer it in congregation. Even if you do it separately, individually, you should offer it properly. And the third thing he said was that you should pay the zakat. And the fourth thing was to have a good relationship with one's family, with one's relatives. So the answer to this question is extremely comprehensive, that he said that there are different paths of goodness. So to think that there is only one way to acquire goodness, this is wrong. This is it's an avenue which contains different paths, and the aim of a believer should be that they should always try to vie with each other in doing good deeds. And this is something that a believer should always have in his mind. So the first thing mentioned here is to worship Allah, and then to stay firmly established upon monotheism, and then to offer salat properly, and then to pay the zakat, and to treat one's relatives in a good way. This is a very brief yet very complete answer the Holy Prophet ﷺ gave to his companion. And the next tradition is reported by Hazrat Muaz radhiyallahu anhu, and he says that once he asked the Holy Prophet ﷺ that tell me something that would take me to heaven and which should keep me away from hell. Imam Sahib is saying here one should stop for a second and one should wonder why he thought of this. Imam Sahib is saying that the reason was that the companions had a kind of hunger for doing good, and they wanted to learn new ways of doing good deeds. So just as we mentioned that the believers should always vie with each other in doing good deeds, so this companion, Hadith Muaz, said that he asked the Holy Prophet ﷺ that tell me a method which would take me to heaven and keep me away from hell. And this aim is something that we all have, and it should be our aim that we should attain heaven in this world and in the next, and we should be kept away from hell. So to enter into one thing and to be kept away from another, this should be the aim and objective of a believer. So at the response to this extremely comprehensive question, his answer was very interesting. He said, "Oh Maaz, you have asked a very big and a major question. But if Allah enables one, it is easy as well." So he said that your question is extremely is major as to how one can go near heaven and keep away from hell. So it was as if it was the key to the success of this world and the next. So he said, this is a very difficult question you've asked, but if Allah enables someone, it is not difficult for them, it is made easy for them. And this is the fact that when Allah enables one to do a good deed, then only then he is able to perform that good deed. And when he performs that good deed, then his objective comes near him and it comes in front of him. So then the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that what you should do is you should worship Allah. So the first instruction was to worship Allah, and the worship is, in this sense, is to color oneself in the color of Allah, and to completely envelop oneself inside the divine influence, and to lose oneself in the love of Allah. So this is meant that when you worship Allah and do not associate anyone with Allah, and or regard anything with that an equal to Allah, and your only desire should be to earn Allah's pleasure and nothing else. And the second is to perform salat and then do it in the proper way. Imam Sahib is saying that about this it should be remembered that people often say, I have read my salat, whereas the reading something is to read something that is written, and this is not the aim. This word is not the aim. The word iqamat salat, which is mentioned in the Holy Quran, it means to make the salat stand, which means to establish it and to stand it. So first of all, to offer it regularly, and there should not be any lack in salat. But if there is any laziness, then in order to remove that laziness and lethargy, one should, and to bring the salat to a particular level is important. Imam Sahib is saying that, for example, if there is a fence outside your house, if it be due to strong winds it falls, then what does the owner do? He fixes it and tries to take measures to strengthen it and to tie it with something strong. So this is called fixing the fence, and this is the subject of offering salat. So if there's any aspect of weakness left, then in salat, then for it to be made upright is what is meant here, and this is what is meant in the Holy Quran when it says aqamat salat, and then to offer the zakat regularly. Imam Sahib is saying that each of these sentences can be spoken, a lot about. So, and then the next instruction was to fast in the month of Ramadan, and then if the means are available, then perform Hajj in the house of Allah in Mecca. And then the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that, shall I not tell you of something that opens the door of piety on you? This was a special style of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, that he, in order to focus his companions' attention towards a particular point, he said that, shall I not tell you, shall I not give you the knowledge of how to enter the doors of pious deeds? So Imam Sahib saying this is such a lovely manner and practice of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. He was a teacher of the entire world, and how he was teaching the companions who were their students. He would tell them things very clearly and openly. So this is why we should also listen to the hadith very, very carefully. May Allah enable us to do this. Ameen summa ameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin wa barik wa sallam innaka Hamidum Majeed.